What's up everybody? I'm gonna try and pop off a video here. So I went garage sailing the other day. I did find a stack of these. A ton here. So just real quick. So we got the NES instruction book, Dr. Mario, Castle Quest, map, another map of Zelda, Final Fantasy, Game Gear, probably another poster, Final Fantasy poster, GTA 4 poster, GTA 4 poster, San Andreas poster, San Andreas instruction book, whatever that is, whatever this is, Mario Kart 64, Shootout, that, Bomberman 64, Golf, Super Mario Bros, Zelda, Final Fantasy, SNES, instruction manual, Nintendo 64 instruction manual, code book, NES instruction manual, Zapper instruction manual, Young Merlin, Skins Game, Mortal Kombat, Cyber Tiger, Power Plug, maps, I guess. Whatever this is, Crash and Bandicoot, Gran Turismo, whatever that is, Super Sprint, Mandel Palace, Bomberman, Solar Jetman, Monopoly, Baseball, Mega Man 4, Deja Vu, Blades of Steel, Tetris, Cobra Triangle, Ultima, Wickle Pickle, whatever this is, that, and Super Mario World. Ton of stuff. Additionally, picked up a bunch of titles here. We got Tetris, Nemo's Dream Master, Sesame Street, Astro Grover, Ernie's Magic Shapes, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. And then a variant, Super Mario Bros. With Duck Hunt. Now I just need Duck Hunt, right? So pretty cool, all that. Plus manuals. Also picked up this game, Mike Piazza's Strike Zone, and a Wii remote to go with my homebrew Wii because I have 2. This makes 3. And yeah, it's a party. So today I'm going to be working on a Super Famicom. I'm gonna add a 470 microfarad capacitor to the voltage regulator. While we're in here, Retrobrite. This is the lamp that I use. Some good yellowing. This is nice and white, and this is nice and yellowed. Nice and white, nice and yellowed. Like it's just kind of all over the place. The front is fine looking, but everything else, like this is fine, but everything else is yellowed. Like it's kind of everywhere. I didn't originally want to Retrobrite it because I think the yellow kind of adds, you know, a little character to it. But additionally, I did pick up some electronics from Mouser. This is a hex inverter from Texas Instruments, some ceramic capacitors, and this is I thought it was interesting. I was going through Osh Park just looking at different stuff, and I found this board for a clock booster for the SHVC CPU01 for the Super Nintendo, and it got me thinking maybe I could utilize this. There have been some instances where I've gotten some flickering and stuff from using my Super EverDrive, well, knockoff Super EverDrive. You know, sorry for not spending $300 on a legitimate one. I probably will eventually. This was just kind of my initial jump into this realm. Any games that I do like, I'll buy the actual cartridges, like Super Mario World. There's quite a few of them actually at this point, but this allows me to just kind of test, you know, kind of sample from the library, see what I like. So I heard that there were some clock issues with the EverDrive and the Super Nintendo, and like certain games not running correctly. So I just decided to pick up this, a couple of these hex inverters, and some ceramic capacitors. So without further ado, with all that off of my brain, let's go ahead and get into some of this. So we're going to start with the teardown. And then once I get the board and everything out, we're going to go ahead and put it inside of my box, which I will show you guys when we get there. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room to put in both sides at once, but I should. However, plastic like this likes to float, so I need to, that's always a who knows scenario, right? So we're going to go ahead and get this undone here. All right, there we go. All right, all pieces recovered. All right, check it in a few hours. This is a clock booster right here, and so we clock out fan out fix for blah blah blah, fixes FX pack, and I know I don't have either of these right here, but I have experienced a little bit of glitching here and there, so maybe it would fix that. Maybe, but here's, I wish I could just copy paste that. So GitHub Windrake /SNES clock is what it would be. So let's try and go there. So he has little instructions right here. So step 1. So green arrow, 5-volt, scratch solder to expose copper. This is where you'll start the 5-volt castellation, line up PCB first to check fit. Okay, and then the red one is ground. So we have 5-volt and ground. All right, 5-volt and ground. And then the yellow is where we'll add some of our Kynar. Add a 30 AUG wire, solder to in on booster. And then blue arrow, add a 30 AUG wire to solder to out. That's not too bad, okay. Step 2. Okay, so this is essentially what it looks like. So the IC package is a C4AHCU04. This is difficult sort of to find because there's a lot of different packages out there. I just found one that I thought was probably the most generic to this number. Then of course a 1206 sized 16-volt 0.1 microfarad ceramic capacitor. So blue arrow represents trace running from clock generator to the rest of the PCBA. So boom. Green arrow is the test pad you'll be using for out. So right there. And then the red is the small trace between the clock test point and the bottom of the C5 that needs to be cut to isolate the internal. Okay, so right there, we'll just cut it. Boom, boom, boom. Right in between there. We'll just cut that some bitch. And then the yellow arrow is the pad you'll be using for in. So yellow in, out, cut, and that should be it. Let's see, use a split the trace and remove a small section of it, then use a DMM to test between the bottom of C5 and the green arrow. You should get an open circuit, yeah. So, okay, so with that, hopefully you recorded all of that. I have this set up. You should be able to see what I'm doing for the most part because this thing doesn't have like video out or anything like that, so it's not like super awesome, but it works, I think. X-Acto knife right here, my DMM right here, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in continuity mode and just test these 2 points right here. I'm sure that they're just fine, but you know, just for everything sanctimonious and holy. So we got to put one there. Look at that. We have continuity. So that's the part that we need to cut. Poor little trace. Poor little guy. Alright, there we are. Broken trace. You can see right there. Broken trace. Right. Now let's redo our continuity on this. Just to make sure that we are correctly decontinuityed. And we are. Yeah. Nothing on the meter. Sweet baby Jesus. Okay. Turn on our iron. I've got it set at 640. I think it's Fahrenheit. I think is what I got it set at. I'll just put a little dollop here. And a little bit there. This stuff comes out pretty quick. I don't know. I might use, I probably don't even need to use this, but it's fine. Then we'll put some right here. And then some right here. Oh, let me grab some from here. That's too much. Yeah. Boom. The solder that I use is Kester from like 2003, 44 rosin core. Yeah. It's good stuff. Good shit. Put a little solder right here. There we go. A little bit here if I can get it centered. Good enough. And then these little pads. Okay. Okay, that's on. That's tinned. Oh, that's a fat little blob. That'll be alright. That'll be okay. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Then I got my 30-aught wire here. Texas Instrument AHCU04. It'll fit that footprint nicely. So I'm going to throw a little bit of flux. I mean, this stuff is no clean flux. It's just a paste, though. So I'm going to get this on here. And this on here. And then right here where the capacitor is going to go. Do the capacitor last, and then the in and out. There we go. Okay. Got that on there. You can even see the traces. That's really cool that you can actually see the traces. That's really neat. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and plop this on top. Alright, now we get to put it on the board. Alright, so let's see. We had established that these 2 points were where we were putting this board. So I'm probably gonna just put another little tap of love juice right there. Whoop. And another little bit right here. Love juice. There. So far, so good. Alright, so what I do with my Kynar, so I'll trim it off. And then I'll add pre-tin. And then come in with my snippers and take off the least amount that I need, like that. So when I go in to do this, I'm not adding more leg than I need. So let's go back to this website here. So we have yellow. We'll probably do this top one first. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this goes to out. So the blue one will need to go to the out. Okay, easy enough. Just as a measure here, I just want to test to see. Okay. All right. So I'm testing the 5-volt rail, or the 5-volt, and then the ground, but they don't touch each other, so we're good. I'm gonna flip this around. I'm just gonna measure this out real quick. Okay, so probably right about there. And boom. Like this. Could have made that just a touch longer. It's just barely. Probably get away with it. Maybe if I take a little bit of lead out of this, so it's not so deep in there. Could probably add. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Perfect. It worked out. Yeah. That's just good. Alright. Clean up our joints. We inspect. So for this next part, we're just going to. Where did that capacitor go? Oh my god. Right here. So right here, I'm pretty sure the negative, obviously the ground goes right there, so I'm going to trim this down probably by that much. Like that. A little bit. I just heard that this was a good thing to do, so that's what I'm doing. I don't know. That should be fine. Just like that. I think I know where that other screw goes. There's one in here. Yeah, this one. It goes in this one. Yeah, because when I got this, it didn't have the yep. None of the screws were where they were supposed to be. So I kind of had to figure that out, but okay. Well, that's in place once again. So yeah, that's awesome. Love that. I'm trying to figure out a spot to fucking put that. Okay. Alright, howdy folks. Oh god. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff today because I have some drywall over here because I was trying to install this bracket on the wall for my microscope, and the parts that the anchors don't work for shit, so I'm going to have to get more sturdy anchors before I can put that on the wall. But so for now I have it on my table, which isn't great, which means I also have to relocate the webcam. I am doing this iPhone, this spare one that I have, because I think I'm going to start using that instead of this webcam, because this webcam's shit. Okay, so I'm going to be putting together the Super Famicom. A while ago, I had decided to do some retrobriting, and this was the final result, which I don't know if anybody saw what it looked like before, but it does look a million times better. Probably could have been left in a little bit longer, but it's okay. So at least these colors match a little bit better. See that? Perfect. Okay. See, my camera fucked up. Okay. It's just sitting there if there's no problem. Should I put all the screws in? Let's put her back together. You can see how different the color is now. It's not crazy. Some hydrogen peroxide and the UV light. Much of a difference that makes. Alright. So I got the EverDrive on there, my GBSC all powered on. Don't have a controller because all that shit's downstairs, but what I will do is switch this and turn it on. Hey, there we go. Yeah, so that is the Super Famicom with the clock buffer mod on it from GitHub that I saw, and I'm going to go ahead and put this back together. I'm going to make a separate video for the Nintendo 64. This will be just about buttoning up this guy, and I guess we'll just wait until, let's turn this on. Yeah. Just wait until that edge sharpener comes out, and when that comes out, we'll go ahead and give it an install, revisit this guy, and yeah. Well, appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.